I, 17M, have lived with my adoptive parents, 54M and 50F, ever since having been adopted when I was 3. I'm the youngest in my family with 3 older siblings, 26F, 22F, and 19M. My parents love telling anyone who listens the story of my adoption. According to them, they were my miracle. Their story always goes something like this. After our 3rd child was born, God told us to adopt. We decided to adopt from the country my uncle is a missionary in. Since that country is so poor, it was no trouble finding children who needed to be adopted, but as we looked over our options, we noticed a little Asian boy with a physical disability. That's me. The orphanage told us that nobody was going to adopt the boy because of his birth defects. So out of the kindness of our hearts we decided to adopt him. They'll then take their time listing my achievements, which aren't numerous, and talk about how without my adoption, I would probably be this poor street kid in my birth country. That is, if I survived, according to them. I've heard the story so many times while growing up, and for the longest time I struggled to figure out why I hated it so much. I hated that I was just another option for them when choosing who to adopt. I hated that I was their charity case. I hated that I was lucky, a kind-hearted family decided to adopt me. I hated that I was from a country that I was raised to despise. I never told them this because they had never displayed a care for me before, often ignoring any signs that I needed help. The last straw came when I transferred schools earlier this year. I had transferred out of the small, conservative private school into a large public school. I was just getting to know people and had made a quick stop home with a friend to grab some cash so I could go out that night. It was only my parents at home, and they insisted on talking to my friend, so I went and got the money from my room in the basement. As I was coming back upstairs from my room, I heard my adoptive mom telling my friend the story. I was upset, but pretended to not hear a thing as I came back up and quickly left with the friend. When I got home, I got in an argument with my parents which ended with me yelling that they just adopted me for attention and to feel good about themselves. Not because they wanted to provide a stable home for a child who needed it. I ended up making my mom cry and my dad sent me to my room and told me we'll discuss my punishment later. Since then I've had other family members reach out to tell me that I was TA and was ungrateful for my parents' kindness, and now I don't know if I'm right. AITA?
Comment with your opinion. Like and subscribe for more AITA dilemmas.